Welcome, everyone. I'm Monica Wicki.
Yeah, and I'm Logan Rader, and this is New Mexico Living. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
I have something to tell you.
Okay.
It's something I've been trying lately.
Oh.
Something I've never done in my life.
Reading?
And that's,
No,
we've already talked about that. I have done that in my life
Just
before.
kidding.
I am educated. I'm trying to turn this thumb green.
Okay, I was like, oh.
This thumb has never been green. It's always just
So
been
what's
white.
spurred this desire to want to achieve a green thumb?
So, my parents planted 3 desert willow trees in my backyard
Okay.
that I didn't take care of at all. And
they're still alive?
Yeah, they are, because desert willows can survive in the desert.
That makes
That's why
sense.
they're called desert
Yeah.
willows. You get very minimal water, they'll still
They're
survive.
kind of like a succulent, where you just like minimally give them water
they'll suffer. They'll look painful and little, but they'll survive.
Sure.
And so I said, this summer, I'm going to try to bring those desert willows to life. They've been in the
Okay.
backyard. This is the 3rd year they've been there now. Okay.
Man, they're not giving up.
So what I did was I dug some trenches, all right, around the desert willows. All 3 of them. They're all back to back to back, okay? I had paver patios left over from whenever I laid a paver patio in the
Right.
backyard. Made that like a barrier around each desert willow, okay?
Yeah.
And I was going out there every single day, watering them every single day. Those little moats that I created work so well. All the water stays.
Well, yeah, because it stays right there.
When I would water them, all the water would flush off. It wouldn't, you know, I was like,
Yeah.
I needed these moats. I needed these.
Seep into
yes.
the, yeah.
So I've been watering those things every single day. They are thriving right now.
Do you have a picture? Because you sent me
I don't
a
have a
picture.
photo.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, you sent me one when you like first did everything.
I don't have an updated one. However,
Okay.
they are starting to look a lot different. They're starting to grow, and it's like addictive. I'm like, oh, this is what people love.
It is.
This is why people
Well,
like
you want
this.
to see, you put all that hard work in and you take care of something and you want to see it flourish,
Yeah.
right? That's like a very rewarding thing. And I think in my mind, I'm like, how hard could it really be? You like put them in the ground, you water them, you make sure that they don't look like they're dying. But there is like such an art to actually like to horticulture and to cultivating like a really nice garden or like grow trees, like for whatever,
Yeah.
you know, you're trying to do. My grandma like was absolutely loved, both my grandmas loved to garden, had incredible gardens just with all sorts of different kinds of flowers and fruit trees and tomato plants and all sorts of stuff. And then my dad decides one year that we're going to live off the land. And so he like made a plot in our backyard where he was going to grow like watermelons and cucumbers.
You just
and
stopped getting your
tomatoes.
produce.
Yeah, this was his, and then lucky for me, my job in the morning over summer vacation, because this was when I was still in like high school, was to go out and water said plot that he had built.
Okay.
So I went out and I watered and I got eaten alive by mosquitoes because as we know.
It didn't work. Your thumb
I
has
know.
never been green.
And I got yelled at. And I
Wow.
was like, why? He's like, are you even watering? And I was like, yes. I went out all the time and I watered and I think we got like 2 tomatoes, 1 tiny little cucumber, and like maybe 1 salvageable watermelon. And then my dad proceeded to tell me that I would be the first one to go if the grid ever went down.
That is true.
So.
Because you do not have a green thumb.
Well, and I
it
think
did not
that was
stick.
no, it was a scarring experience for me. And so now I
Well-
will just go to the store and buy produce like every other normal person.
Well, don't do produce, do desert willows.
I don't know why he started with food. Like,
Well,
could we start with something a little bit
Let me
like,
tell you this. Back to my desert willow story is I was watering them too much. I found that out. Desert willows need to be watered once every 5 to 7 days.
Oh,
I
that's not
was
bad.
drenching them.
Even if it's, like,
every
really, really
single
hot
day.
out? Like, it
Absolutely.
doesn't, like-
Yes.
oh.
You don't want it to get more. If it's you overwater them, they'll suffer
Right.
badly. Didn't know that, and so I'm learning. So now I'm doing every other day because these things are little. These things have.
We need like
have-
monthly photos
Yes.
to see the progress.
All that to be said, I understand the green thumb high.
Yeah.
That is, you see something, you see this little plant, and you're watering it every single day, and when you start to see it grow, wow!
Very rewarding.
My backyard's turning into an oasis. That's all
An
I gotta say
oasis.
there. Monica's, on the other hand, is...
It was a failure. So my dad instead just put in a gigantic, gorgeous pool and like a nice little resort area in the backyard to cover up our failed
Let's
garden.
thank God for grocery stores, or she'd be out of luck. All
I'd be
right.
starving.
All right, guys, I'll have updated photos for you that later, probably in the summer. But anyways, we got a great show for you, so let's get into things. Here are some interesting stories happening around New Mexico. The Albuquerque Isotopes are celebrating Cinco de Mayo on Cuatro de Mayo this year. That's with a special themed game. The Isotopes will be hosting their annual Mariachis game this Sunday, May 4th, highlighting Hispanic heritage and culture. It's a tradition the team has been taking part in for a few years now, embracing their alter ego with unique jerseys, special menu items, and so much more.
Mariachis debuted in 2018. It's a part of minor league baseball's Copa de la Diversión initiative, which is an outreach, an initiative trying to reach out to the Hispanic communities in each of the minor league baseball cities. And we were one of about 30 teams or so in 2018 to be part of the first wave of teams to debut.
So sweet. Mariachi's exclusive food menu will be offered at Batters Up, Pecos River, and the Sweet Spot. Now, that will feature carne asada fries, yum, buzz, churro donuts, and so much more. My waistline's furious.
It's looking incredible.
Yeah. Gates open at noon on Sunday with the game starting at 1:35.
How
This
fun!
is, as much fun as the Isotopes are always a fun experience, right? Getting to go to
Yes.
that ballpark, which is absolutely amazing, trying all the fun food. But special nights like these, to commemorate special occasions like Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
So much fun. The alter egos.
I like
We talk
that.
about Andy over there. He's a producer of ours. He has the pepperoni balls. That's a Pittsburgh minor league baseball thing that they would do. Ours, the green chili cheeseburgers or the mariachis.
Well, and we've got the new one, City Roots.
No,
or
the
something
Duke
like
City Roots.
Roots, yeah, something like that. And
yeah.
they're all so different, which is what I really
Right.
like. So, right, so we have our isotopes that we love, and then we have the mariachis, which really lends itself to celebrating
Yeah.
Hispanic culture, and then the green chili cheeseburger, which I think just lends itself to New Mexico culture, and then honoring Albuquerque, really
Yeah.
the heart of like where the isotopes play with their new Duke City Roots alter ego. I mean, we're really doing something different with. And they're doing an adult jersey giveaway at this Cuatro de Mayo game. It's like the first
3,000.
3,000 people. Yeah, you get this really cool, very vibrant.
We wore them the other day, if you
mariachi
guys have been
jersey.
watching.
Yeah, so a great way to spend a Sunday.
It's you can go above and beyond just your traditional hot dogs and nachos at this, right? You can get all those crazy, food, like stadium-specific food items.
Yes, that's become a
Love
huge
it.
draw at places. Like they try to do bigger and better food items like every single year for these
Yeah.
sporting events, and I think that's also what brings people.
I
to
love the
games.
evolution of the mariachi jerseys too.
Super cool that
Wow,
he had
they
them
were
all out
dark
there.
At one point,
Yeah.
now they're like brightly colored.
I like
It's
the
what-
vibrancy.
It's kind of
They're
like
eye-catching.
every single year. What are we going to get with
Yep.
the mariachi jersey?
It's
What are we-
cool.
I don't know how you can change the green chili cheeseburger jersey. I think it stays the same.
That's okay though.
I would like them to make it one big cheeseburger.
Yes.
Like
the bun
down to
up
the
at the
sleeve.
top,
Yeah, just
and
the
then
whole thing's a
I
bun
like that
and
idea.
burger.
I'd love that. Yeah, you can see the layers. I'd wear that. All right, guys. Moving on. New Mexico officials, they're asking for your input on how to take care of the state's aging population. So the state recently released a draft of its 4-year plan. The 3 priorities highlighted in that report include expanding services to the elderly and caregivers, reducing social determinants of health by giving opportunities for community engagement and nutritional support, and reducing occurrences of abuse. The state says right now the needs for the elderly include transportation and access to legal services should they fall prey to scams. The Aging and Long-Term Services Department is now looking for comment on its plan before it goes to the feds for approval.
They've really made us the state that we are, and so we always look at them for their input and their rich stories that they have to tell us about what they've been through and what they need.
You can give input on the state's aging plan until May 15th. We will have a link to do so on our website, alwaysonkrq.com.
Now, this stuff is always very important. It's something that's very easy to forget, right?
Sure.
Like, we're all going to get older eventually.
Right.
Now, we probably don't feel like it. If you're in your 30s or in your 20s or even your 40s or 50s, it doesn't feel like that's even
Like, that's
close
gonna
or
be
remote. Or
you.
it's,
Yeah.
right. We all, that's what, death, taxes, and, yeah.
Well, and I think-
those are the things that we always all have to deal with.
If we ourselves are not close to hitting that elderly mark, maybe we know somebody that is, and we
Right.
want to make sure that there are plans in place to take care of those that we care about. And
Yes.
so I like that they are letting public comment for something like this, because maybe somebody has a specific experience with an elderly friend or an elderly family member that they want to see implemented into the state, like, hey, this was a challenge, I'd like to see this change so we don't see more of our aging population having to deal with whatever that challenge was, So
Yeah.
getting to speak from that personal experience.
Very important to talk to the community and let the community have a voice, right? The people that are living it, breathing it
That
here
way
every
you
single
know
day,
the
right.
needs they need are being met.
Absolutely, and then tailor your, whatever you're doing
Definitely.
accordingly.
Definitely.
Love that.
Lovely. All right. For something to do. Here are some local events that are happening around New Mexico.
What are they? Let's see.
Lord of the Rings fans.
Well, she'll be there.
Yes, the Chemo Theater is hosting a must-attend event for you. They are hosting Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit in concert.
Wow.
You'll be able to experience the best music from The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and The War of Rohirrim, that's new, for the first time from an incredible orchestra. This is taking place on Wednesday, April 30th at the Chemo Theater. Doors open at 2:30 p.m. with the show being from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. Tickets range from $50 to $90.
I believe the War of the Rohirrim is that animated.
It's new, yeah.
That's the animated Lord
Yes.
of the Rings. We'll talk about this later in the show, but I gave Monica a New Year's resolution when it comes to movies. Lord of the Rings is included. We'll talk about that in a bit. Or for the poetry lovers out there, the Juan Tabo Branch Library is hosting a National Poetry Month challenge. If you stop on by the library, you'll be able to see their great poetry display, read some well-written works, or maybe even jot down your own poems. What's that type of poem?
There's like haikus
That's
and
the one.
sonnets and limericks and
What
free
you do
verse.
on the haiku. All right, it's taking place Wednesday, April 30th during library hours. Excuse me. It is free to attend. Me not very good at writing haikus.
I'm not good at writing poetry at all.
Props to those who are, though.
Yeah, it's a beautiful form of self-expression. All right, everybody, we talk about this every now and again, but it is time for another KRQE Weather Academy.
Yes.
So there you can see right there our meteorologist, Ryan DePhillips. He was over at Whittier Elementary.
These are really awesome, guys. It's where our meteorologists go out into the community. They go to an elementary school in particular. Do they do middle schools also?
I know it's definitely elementary. They may do some middle schools, but
We
I
know
think
it's elementary, possibly middle school, but
yeah.
definitely elementary schools. And what happens is, our meteorologists go to the school and they teach the kids all about the budding weather here in our state, what a meteorologist does, what the job entails, why the weather in New Mexico is the way it is. And it's just a really fun educational experience for the kiddos.
It's interactive, and I think the other very cool aspect about this is, maybe these kids see our meteorologists,
On TV.
our weather team on the TV when they're getting ready for school in the morning, if their parents have it on, or maybe in the evening as they're getting ready to go to bed. So these are faces that they recognize, and then having them come into the classroom and they get that access, you know, I think makes it even more special and piques those curiosities even more about the weather.
Absolutely, and the weather in each state is
Yeah,
unique, right?
which is so crazy because the weather in Texas so different than the weather in New Mexico, but geographically
They're so close.
Yeah, so it is kind of nuts.
The ebbs and flows of the weather, why it changes, how it
Yeah.
works, why we have wind. Remember we asked that one time? Why do we have wind?
The
What
wind is
purpose-
the worst.
What purpose does it serve?
I hate the wind.
It is necessary, and you'll learn about that at the KRQE Weather Academy. Really great stuff.
Really
right
cool that they do this. All right, guys, up next, Tag, you're it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna tag
That's
me.
the name of the latest campaign from the Albuquerque Animal Welfare Department that's offering free custom pet tags for your pet.
I was bracing my arm to be tagged really hard.
My
Oh,
arm's
she's
too
trying
short,
to
I
she's
can't
trying to tag
even
me now.
reach.
Her arm's too short. After the break, we're talking with Animal Welfare Department about the importance of pet tags, not the game tag, and how you can snag your free one today. The pet tags are so much fun.
You can
get
get
custom
creative with them.
And
yes.
they have a
but they're vital.
There's a huge purpose behind
Yep.
them as well as being fun.
Before
So,
we get into that,
I
guys,
know.
though, we're going to give you a look inside our New Mexico Living Green Room.
All right, someone using a lot of hand motions there.
I think
Is that
that's
Dennis?
Dennis. And now
Dennis,
we will
he speaks
check
with his hands.
on your local forecast.
It's now time for the National Roofing Weather Update.
Good afternoon and happy Tuesday. We have right here a live view from Angel Fire. There are a couple of very high clouds up into that sky. Temperatures are still trending a little bit on the cooler side, but they are expected to continue to warm up throughout the rest of the week. Forecast highs for the day, 72 here in Albuquerque, 68 down across Ruidoso. Still in the 80s across parts of southern New Mexico. On our satellite, we do see that low pressure system trending over Arizona. Across the day today and into tomorrow, it will be making its way across New Mexico, which is also why we're seeing a kick up in wind gusts. We've already seen 51-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Albuquerque here today. By 4 p.m., we're going to see a lot of that rain start to move across the state, including into here in Albuquerque. It's going to mostly clear out overnight. We see a couple of hot spots near Grands and Socorro. By Wednesday morning, though, we're going to see cooler temperatures across these rainy areas. And Wednesday afternoon, that trend is going to be continuing all the way through Thursday. Finish off with a look at our 7-day.
Goodwill of New Mexico is the proud coffee mug sponsor for New Mexico Living.
Starting now, Animal Welfare Department Tag Your It campaign is offering Albuquerque residents new options for obtaining free custom pet tags. Spread the word and tag a friend who needs to know. Let's make sure every pet has an ID tag to get home.
Tag, you're it.
I felt it coming.
All right, that's the name of the latest initiative from the Albuquerque Animal Welfare Department, reminding the public about the importance of making sure that your pet is wearing their pet tag at all times.
Are there any tag backs?
No.
Tag back.
Ow!
All right, well, that's right, guys. Unfortunately, should your pet ever become lost, their pet tags can be a vital resource in helping you get reunited. So here today from the Animal Welfare Department are Desiree Colley and Carolyn Thompson, breaking down the importance of pet tags and how you can get your hands on one for free. Pet tags, not the game tag, even though we enjoy playing that as well. Ladies,
Thanks
welcome.
for being here
was
today.
joining us today.
Yes.
Let's just talk about this. The Animal Welfare Department, you guys are rolling out a new campaign for pet tags.
Right. Oh, we love this campaign, Tag Your It.
Yeah.
And what we're doing is we're offering free custom pet tags for every pet owner. So hopefully people will take us up on this. It only takes a few minutes and it's well worth it.
Yeah,
It's
a lot of
well
benefits.
worth it. It's going to connect you back with your dog, hopefully, or your pet should they become lost. Where can people, what are the options for Albuquerque residents to get these tags?
We made 3 options. Super simple. Actually, it's going to be online.
Okay.
So you could do it at the comfort of your home, and you can just, and then after you fill it out, send it in. We'll mail it to you after we make it. So it makes it easy. But some people don't like going online, right? So you can go to our East Side or West Side shelter, and we can make the custom pet tags there. No appointments needed. Third option. Now, we take our Lucky Paws van out to the community. Well, if you see our Lucky Paws van out there, we have our custom tag machine there.
Awesome.
So you can go and have it done there. So there's 3 options, made them real simple, and you can go to our website, which is cabq.gov/pets, and find it online.
Awesome.
One of the best parts about this, too, it's free.
Yeah.
Yes,
Guys,
free.
there are places out there, we won't say names, that will charge you an arm and a leg to make these pet tags. Not here. Let's dive into the pet tag now. How many lines can we put on these things? Because we can customize these to our pet. How many lines can we put on
We
it?
can customize them for you. We can put up to 2 lines on each pet tag,
Okay.
up to 12 characters per each line.
Okay.
We recommend putting on the dog's name, the cat's name. You can put your phone number or your address. If you're uncomfortable with doing that, you can always put I'm chipped. So if your dog is chipped or your cat is chipped, they can take them directly to a fire station, a police station, a veterinarian's office, some pet stores, either one of our shelters, and have them scanned for a chip.
That is a fantastic
Yes.
way to kind of protect some of your personal information
Right.
while still making sure you get reunited with your pet. I've never thought about that.
Absolutely.
I think that's fantastic.
Are we putting front and back? Front and back, yes?
Yes, we
Okay.
have information on front and back.
So 12 lines, 12 characters, 2 lines, you can go front and back. Okay.
And our back is already printed out with Animal Welfare Department information on
great.
it, since
There
we're
we
giving them out free.
go.
I love
Lovely.
that. Well, and as Desiree had mentioned before we came on air too, sometimes if people have a difficult time reuniting the pet with their owner, then they at least know if you bring them to the Albuquerque Animal Welfare Department that you guys will hopefully be able to assist them.
Exactly. And one thing that's nice about these pet tags is the fact that they're visible, right?
Yeah.
So
They're very bright.
So they're very bright. You
Very
can't
neat.
miss it. You know that as a good Samaritan, you see that, then you're able to go and hopefully get the pet, be able to call the owner,
Yeah.
and then it gets reunited with its owner. So those are hopefully the options. And then also having a pet tag is also the important thing is reuniting, right?
Yeah.
So we want to, because once I know if I lost my pet, I would be panicking,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So having a pet tag is perfect way to make sure that we get reunited with our pets.
Right,
Absolutely.
A super simple, easy way to make sure that if a situation arises, you will be able to find that pet, bring them home. How often should we be checking the pet tag? Like maybe checking to see how good it looks, maybe if it's scuffed. How often should we be checking those?
You should probably check your pet tag every couple of months.
Okay.
The engraving isn't that deep, so they can wear, especially if your pets play hard.
Okay.
And then if it's illegible or scratched or anything, just contact us and we'll make you a new one for free.
That's fantastic.
Right.
Really quick, how many pet tags can people have made for them?
There is really no limit.
Okay.
We'll make as many as you like, but being that people are allowed to have 6 pets, that's our expectation.
Okay.
All right.
It's about 6 per home if that's as many as they have.
Beautiful.
If you can hold off, please don't bring in 100 animals and be like, I need 100 pet tags. That would be a cumbersome thing for them to do. But yeah, guys, they'll do this for all of your pets, which is absolutely amazing. Where can we go online to find out more about all this?
cabq.gov/pets is our website.
Very easy.
Animal Welfare Department, an awesome campaign.
Making
giving
sure our
pet owners.
pets stay in our homes.
Yes, free
Yes,
pet
free.
tags, free. I'm going to say it one more time.
Free.
Tag I meant, and tag your animal. All right, guys, for more information on this entire interview, head over to KRQE.com, click on the New Mexico Living tab.
Yeah, stay with us. There's more New Mexico Living after the break.
I'm just bracing up for you to tag me.
No.
The Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce Convention and Tourism Department is the proud iPad sponsor for New Mexico Living.
Are you a fan of Rob Lowe?
I do think I like Rob Lowe.
He is absolutely hilarious in Parks and Rec. Anyways, actor Rob Lowe, he recently wrapped up a fun third season of hosting Fox's The Floor.
Yeah, so entertainment reporter Ashley Dvorkin spoke with him about the trivia show and got to hear about a couple of other upcoming projects that he has, including a new horror movie on the way and a sequel to the classic St. Elmo's Fire.
A lot going on for old Rob Lowe there.
Yes.
Take a look, guys.
Let's duel.
Host and producer Rob Lowe loves hearing how viewers play along with Fox's The Floor.
I'll be walking down the street and I'll just hear, "Activate the randomizer," which I've only had 2 catchphrases. It took me forever to end up on Parks and Recreation, and literally people would yell at me, and now people yell, "Activate the randomizer," and that is a great badge of honor.
Up next, Lowe is taking on the horror genre.
People who love horror movies and like to be scared, I've got a movie for you. It's called The Third Parent, and it will be out for Halloween.
Are you a horror movie fan?
Oh my God, yes. But of a very specific type. Like, I don't love the overly gory horror. I like psychological horror.
Rob is also ready to return to St. Elmo's Fire.
The script is coming in very soon. We've got to take our time with it.
He's excited for the sequel, given how much the original means to fans.
It was such a part of a time in their life. We were coming out of college going, now what?
He adds it's about similar questions, different chapter in life.
Is it too late for real love? Is it too late to find the job I want? Is it too late to make amends to this person? Is it too late to repair my relationship with this one? Is it too late to have fun? It's all of those questions are actually more relevant now at our age than they were then. So exploring those questions with those beloved characters, I just think it's going to be fantastic.
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Right, coming up, it is a show that delivers nonstop thrills, breathtaking spectacles, and unforgettable fun for all ages. We're talking about the Do Portugal Circus that's making its way to Santa Fe.
I love the circus. Some people ask why I'm not employed by the circus sometimes. We were talking with a performer as well as the ringmaster about what makes this experience something you gotta see to believe. Guys, a lot to unpack here. Maybe a little performance. I don't know. You gotta stick around to find out.
Albuquerque Florist is the proud Set Flowers sponsor for New Mexico Living.
It is a spectacle that you have to see to believe. The Do Portugal Circus promises to take your breath away in the best way possible. And lucky for us, they're making a stop in Santa Fe.
Yeah, this is a show of epic proportions, guys, featuring heart-stopping stunts, lightning-fast jugglers, gravity-defying acrobats, and more. You're going to absolutely get your money's worth with this. We are joined by artist Eva Rodriguez and ringmaster Aldo Portugal, breaking down what makes the Do Portugal Circus a must-see experience, and it is a must-see experience, guys. Welcome.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us.
You guys are dressed to impress. You look amazing. Great. Let's just talk about the Do Portugal Circus. You guys are down in Santa Fe right now. I want to know the history behind this, because there's a rich history with the Do Portugal Circus.
A little bit. We've been doing it for a little bit of time. I'm fifth generation on it. Wow. We have performed in over 8 countries, and we are very happy to be performing here in the USA. I'm very happy to be here in Santa Fe. I'm excited.
Yeah, you
5
guys,
generations.
I was going to say, you bring a wealth of knowledge of how the circus goes.
Course.
You put your own flair on it. Last time we talked to you, said you're kind of new to being a master.
I'm a little new, but I love it. I love to talk. I love to be on the audience. I always say that we dance with the audience.
Yeah.
And I'm just the one leading the dance. But I love the little dance that we have.
I love it.
That's amazing. Let's talk about, well, you said you're the one leading the dance. There's a bunch of different acts in this.
Of course.
Let's break down the acts that people are going to experience in person.
Hey, look, there we go.
Oh, right, there's one right there.
Of course, we had to bring someone here to the TV so you guys can see a little bit of what we have in the show. All dancers, we have dancers from here, from the USA, from England, jugglers from all over Latin America, from England as well.
Wow.
from the USA, from Chile. We have performers from all over. We have performers that have been in Cirque du Soleil. Our acrobats are amazing. The trapeze, the motorbikes, the tetherball. These guys fly in the air, literally. So I'm excited for everyone to see it. Don't forget that we're just going to be here in Santa Fe till this Sunday. Don't miss out. This is a show that you guys have to be on it. You guys have to be there to live the experience, to bring the child out of you.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're really offering something for everyone to see and to enjoy. Eva, talk to us a little bit about your role in the circus. What do you do?
I'm a performer. I'm a professional aerialist, and I do aerial hoop.
That is amazing.
Yes.
Can you talk to me about what it's like before you go? Are you on
so
a stage?
scared.
I guess you're aerial, so are you scared? Is your adrenaline rushing? What's it like before you get out there and do your thing?
There's always a little bit of adrenaline, but I love doing what I do, and I love being able to share that with an audience. So it's just pure magic and joy when I get to go on the stage.
It has to feel amazing when the crowd is oohing and ahhing at you.
The best part.
Ooh,
the best part.
Oh, that's me. Very, very loud ooh and ah.
Very audible. Well, Aldo says, he's 5th generation. His family is a part of this. What got you into being an aerialist?
It's something I've always done. I always loved circus, and I started young, very thankfully.
Yeah.
And I just made it my job.
Oh, that's so cool.
And became an absolute
Do it
pro
you
at
love.
it.
Yeah.
And looks
Do
great
it you
doing it at the
love.
same time. Let's talk about the show. How long does the show last typically?
It's about an hour and 40 minutes.
Okay.
Yet it feels so quick. People are when we do the finale, people are always expecting from what is next, what is next, what is next, because all of our performances are very creative and very interactive with the audience. We want the audience to be part of the show. We want them to laugh with us, to scream with us, to be in the show with us.
The adrenaline.
Exactly. From the clowns, the performers, the dancers, we want everyone to be interactive with the audience.
Sure. So people that have been to circuses before, they've seen Cirque du Soleil or something, what makes the Do Portugal Circus a little bit different and a must-attend event?
Like I said, how we interact with the audience. It's not something that you're just going to see and watch. It's something that you are going to be part of. That's what we want. We want the audience to be part of our show. We want it to be more than you come to a show, you came to an experience.
Yeah.
And that's what we deliver on.
I love it. What's the expression, you pay for the whole seat, but you only need the edge of it?
Oh.
Isn't that the expression?
I've never heard that.
I love it. I'm going to start using it. I love that expression.
Very good. Buddy over there has been juggling for
My arms
forever.
would
He's
be
still.
so sore.
He's a pro at it. He's a pro at it.
Look at him. He's like,
Easy.
all in a day's work. of the Portugal
So,
Circus.
okay, I have to ask, Eva, we'll start with you. Other than your own performance, what do you look forward to the most during the circus?
Getting to see everybody in the cast shine.
Yes.
Everybody puts their heart into their acts, and it's so beautiful to be able to work with people that have the same passion as you.
Yeah, absolutely. Same question, Aldo.
To be honest, the one that scares me more but excites me the more is the motorbikes.
Okay.
This season we have 3 bikes at the same time, and I watch it every night and my palms get sweaty, I'm all nervous. They go so fast. I can't believe they go so fast. And they go outside when they go to backstage, and they are chilling. They are so calm. Oh, today was a little bit slow. Hey, I love it.
They're just
so
these
cool.
guys are just like bull riders, right? There's something in their brains. They're just not afraid of anything. It's a spectacle to see, guys. You have a couple more chances to go see this down in Santa Fe. How many more days are we showing? Where do we go for tickets? Give us details there.
We are going to be here only till this Sunday. Okay. Sunday is our very last day. We have shows Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can get your tickets at theportugalcircususa.com or at the ticket office right in the circus tent. Jet, you might lose your chance because you are selling out. So get your tickets soon. Get your tickets quick. theportugalcircususa.com. Don't miss out.
Yes, do not miss out, guys. So you can say, I saw Do Portugal Circus in person. It's such a treat that we have this here. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you for coming on the show here today.
Thank you for having us.
Good
We're
luck.
going to come back again.
Yes, they will be back. Do Portugal Circus, giving you the entertainment that you all want and need. All right, guys, thanks for coming in. Guys, for more information on, look at that guy.
That's so impressive.
Look at his biceps. He's so ripped. Wow. All right, for more information on this entire interview, head over to KRQE.com. Click on the New Mexico Living tab.
Yep, stay with
Don't
us.
miss out.
There's more New Mexico Living when we return. First, though, a check on your local forecast.
It's now time for the National Roofing Weather Update.
Happy Tuesday afternoon, everybody. This is a live view from Albuquerque, and while the skies may be clear now, they're not going to be a little bit later this evening. Forecast highs for the day trending a little bit on the cooler side for northeastern New Mexico, 59 in Clayton and Las Vegas, 72 here across Albuquerque. On our radar right now, we are seeing that low pressure system circulating over Arizona, and it's going to be making its way across our state a little bit later today. bringing in some very nice rain showers to the northwest and even here across central New Mexico. This rain is largely going to be lasting throughout the day today and across the night. As we look into Wednesday, the showers are going to be much more isolated, but still prominent across the northern mountains and parts of eastern New Mexico before it's going to drift up towards the northeast, where that low pressure system is right over Raton. As we look across Thursday, the rain is going to lighten just in time for another storm system to move in over the week, bringing some isolated thunderstorms on Friday and on Saturday.
Garcia Subaru is the proud pet pick sponsor for New Mexico Living.
This next segment's for the dogs.
We love it.
Yeah, it's time for the Garcia Subaru Pet Picks. Let's meet our pet of the day. Say hello to Louie. Louie, where are you? There you are. Louie is a 2.5-year-old Yorkie that belongs to Raymond Ross. I thought he was driving for a second.
I thought he was too. It definitely looked like that.
Does he have a driver's license?
Raymond says that Louie loves to spend time with his family and explore the land of enchantment. This picture that you're seeing is from one of his trips to the Sandias.
Yeah, well, I can tell. That's exactly what I look like whenever I'm looking at the Sandias.
He looks so excited. Like he's like, I am helping you drive. Peering through the windshield, I'm helping you drive.
I'm so happy that I live here and get to see mountains instead of Oklahoma flatland.
Yeah, exactly. Different experience entirely.
No shade, Oklahoma. Love you. All right, Louie, you're sweet.
So cute.
It looks like he has overalls.
Go have some more adventures, Louie.
Funny. All right, guys, if you would like for us to feature your pet, it's simple. Head over to krqe.com, click on that New Mexico Living tab, then click on the Send Us Your Pet Pics tab, tell us all about your pet, and submit a photo. Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds are set to face off against Tom Brady, and Kerry Washington fights for her family.
This is interesting.
Wow.
All right, yeah, CBS's Danya Bacchus has more in today's Eye on Entertainment.
High-stakes battles and ruthless showdowns are set to take place in the all-new season of The Walking Dead, Dead City.
We know what it means to go back there.
I hear this island's got no laws. The question is, are you going to keep it that way?
In Season 2, Maggie and Negan find themselves on opposite sides in the growing war for control of Manhattan. As their paths intertwine, they find the way out is complicated. The Walking Dead, Dead City Season 2 premieres Sunday. One family's fight becomes all-out war. Kerry Washington and Omar Sy star in Shadow Force.
We have to send now. We cannot do this anymore. Shadow Force came with one ironclad rule. No one leaves.
The two play former leaders of a multinational special forces group called Shadow Force. They broke the rules by falling in love and go underground to protect their son, but now have a large bounty on their heads. Shadow Force comes to theaters May 9th. And things are kicking off as Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds' Wrexham Football Club enters a new and tough division.
It is cutthroat. The whole thing can crumble.
In the official trailer for Welcome to Wrexham Season 4, the club prepares to face off against new opponents, including a team co-owned by Tom Brady. The new season of Welcome to Wrexham premieres on FX May 15th. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Danya Bacchus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Slim Chickens is the proud kitchen sponsor for New Mexico Living.
Time to take a look at what's trending. It's my favorite story, I think, of my entire life.
I think Logan had more fun writing this story today than he's had in a while.
Well, let's get into it, shall we? Caught on video, we have the most patriotic American of all time. Yeah, that's right. He was jumping into an alligator-infested lake to save a bald eagle's life. Thank you, America.
Thank you.
It happened earlier this month in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. Doug Hay says he and his wife were sitting in their living room when he heard a crash. He looked out the window, and by golly, he saw the eagle in the water. Hay says he reacted without hesitation, ran towards the lake. His wife was yelling, screaming, "Doug, get back here, there's alligators." He said, "I don't care, America." And even with the threat of those alligators in the water, Doug said he jumped in to pull the eagle to safety.
I ran out because I know they can't swim, and threw my shirt off, my flip-flops, and I jumped in because I wanted to save it. She was screaming at me, profanities.
Don't go in there, but he just kept going in.
When I got there, I didn't see her because she went under. And then I'm like looking around and she finally bobbed up, and then I grabbed her by the legs with my right hand and started doing a dog paddle, you know, shore. I just wanted to get the eagle and save it, you know, because it's our national symbol, you know. It's freedom, it's America, you know.
God bless you, sir.
Yeah.
Once on land, a trapper was able to wrangle the eagle and get it the help it needed. Hayes says he's not sure how the eagle ended up crashing into the water, but says there was another eagle circling around. So according to Doug, he thinks there may have been a fight.
I just love without any hesitation, he's like, I'm going in after the symbol of America. Into these alligator-infested waters.
Yeah,
like, just was like, nope, don't care.
That man saw an animal that represents the country he loves so much. He said, alligator-infested waters,
Don't
couldn't
care.
keep him out, don't care. America needs to be saved. And for me to do that, or for Doug to do that, he had to save the eagle.
Which was very cool, and I'm glad they were able to get him to the care of professionals that are able to then treat the eagle, so
Yeah.
hopefully they, you know, can be re-released back out into the wild. But
As funny as this story kind of is and how we read that,
it's just kind of one of those like, oh my gosh, it actually was caught on camera. He was able to tell the whole story.
pretty remarkable by Doug
Yeah.
Hay. Because bald eagles are precious here in this country, right? That's an esteemed bird right there,
Well, you
right?
also can see on the video times it looks like that bird's like kind of like trying to defend himself. Like he's very unsure of what like Doug's trying to do, and Doug's just trying to help
That
him.
eagle, bald eagle, would have died probably for sure
Yeah.
if Doug didn't do what he did.
This is very cool.
Now he has to do. He's on. My wife was screaming at me not
The
to do it.
profanities.
Profanities. Thank you, Doug, for
He's
your
thinking
service of
exactly-
saving the American
Hope something
bald
good
eagle.
happens to him.
Yeah, great stuff.
That's a great story. I love that. All right, so this is kind of cool. For the right price, you can own a sword that was once owned by Napoleon, which is really cool. Yeah, so one of the sabers owned by the French emperor for his personal use goes up for auction next month in Paris.
Wow.
It's made of gilded silver with a very crazy word kind of
Shark
sheath.
skin.
Sharks. Okay, that looked funky to me. I didn't
Shark
like it
skin
altogether.
sheath.
Shark skin sheath.
Don't you know about those?
No, not an aficionado on knives.
I
and
know everything there is
swords
to
and
know about
blades.
shark skin sheaths.
Yeah, you can pick up his book at Barnes & Noble. It's expected to sell for up to $1.1 million at auction. Napoleon kept the pricey and highly decorated sword throughout his reign. For anyone that is just like a history buff,
Yeah.
this would absolutely, and obviously has the funds to buy it, would be a really cool conversation piece to have in your home.
This is going to go for millions for sure.
Yeah, I want to know how they authenticated it.
I'm absolutely blown away that this sword stood the test of time. Excuse me, how old is Napoleon?
What was he? When was the French Revolution? Like
Okay.
the 1700s?
I need to look. I need to know how old Napoleon Bonaparte is. Let's see. Napoleon.
He went to school.
Okay, let's see. Guys.
Was I right?
1769.
I
Okay.
said the 1700s.
For some reason,
I
I thought-
cast a very wide net.
For some reason, I thought he was the 14. I thought he was the 1400s. 1700s still. A long
Yeah.
time ago.
No, that was a while ago.
Really amazing.
It does look like it's in really, really pristine condition, like it's been preserved. I'm sure that they did some sort of like refurbishing to it, but I wonder why now they're deciding to put it up for auction.
I want to feel how heavy it is because
I
Napoleon
bet it's
Napoleon and Zacchaeus were both wee little men. It's
true.
Okay, Napoleon, if he grew up in the time with Zacchaeus, would have climbed the sycamore tree.
Yes.
With Zacchaeus
see the Lord.
see the Lord.
Yes.
Yeah, Napoleon, little guy, very self-conscious about that too, apparently.
I know, that's what is it, the Napoleon complex that we still get. I bet it's actually probably pretty heavy because all those building materials, you know, they're actual metal, it's actual silver, it's all this, you know, other stuff as opposed to like these new modern.
This is one of the more fascinating auction
cool.
items. I mean, we have.
I feel like you'd have to put it up over like a fireplace.
Yeah.
Or hang it up somewhere
No,
like.
over my bed frame.
So if you had an intruder,
if an
you're just gonna
intruder wanted to even
yank that off the wall?
remotely think about coming into my house, I would smite them so quickly with Napoleon Bonaparte's sword.
That would be better than the fire poker that you currently have next to your bed.
The fire poker is essentially as effective as that
I
sword.
just see Logan in some groggy state, like waking up, like reaching for this fire poker, like, I got
I'm
it!
up quick! Grab the shark skin sheath! We must take down the intruder.
That would be a cool one to have, though, like, as a good conversation piece.
Like I said, we have paintings and stuff.
Part
we
of
have
me wonders if-
athletic
Yeah.
gear, you know, guitars from famous musicians.
Yeah.
But a shark skin sheathed wielding sword from Napoleon, amazing.
It'd be pretty cool.
Wow.
Maybe they'll lend it to a museum, whoever buys it, and they can go on.
You would think.
You would think.
You would think. Is there a Napoleon museum?
I don't think so.
That guy could have a museum for himself. He was quite the character.
All right, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The County Line is the proud loft sponsor for New Mexico Living.
Okay, so we did the interview with the Animal Welfare Department about the free pet tags that they're offering.
And
here
they
ours.
are.
Here are ours right here.
Look how cute they are.
There we go. Oh, do not screenshot my phone number, or do maybe call me in chat. I don't know. I'm fine with that. These are great, guys. If you literally get your pet microchipped and then have a pet tag, you will have no issues. You will probably find your pet if they were to get lost.
Thank you, Animal Welfare Department. Go get yours today. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Mine is green.
I like these. They're very bright.